Sometimes the races rub me out, but it's all a moment of zen. When I'm holding my pen, flow from within, I roll it up, let go and begin. Can't keep me holding the skin, holding a nut or holding a hit with an Ozy and whiff when I'm smoking. Holding my stiffy, she rolling her shit. Cecil says she holler back and tell her go get a friend. Go get a friend, son. Most people don't give a shit. They get that J.O., get that payo, cause hope don't pay the rent. Still I'm a tree conservationist. Please concentrate while the weed circles on my street level observation deck. You know you're burning how deep conversation tends to keep you, and it's hard to just meet obligations, yeah. People saying what I'm doing is wrong, and I can say if you don't use it, it's gone, it's gone. But still, Calf can make a beautiful song. It's like the type that you can do for your moms, yeah. Rolling shit up, this the last stop on the smoke them troubles away. Told just sit for a minute, listen, I gave it like 6, 7.
Alright, welcome to the third installment of the Lucifer Doctrine. This is Sat Turn Ner. Please, folks, if you can, excuse me, if you can, watch part 1 and 2 of the Lucifer Doctrine, so you could at least understand what's going on in this video. In the first, matter of fact, I'm not gonna go through the first and second. Just watch the first and second installment of the Lucifer Doctrine, because I have a lot to cover in this one. Like I said before, this information is not for people that's trying to find something new, trying to find out something new. It's for people that already see and that can put it together, that can put the puzzle together. I've explained before that we live in a Luciferian, satanic, demonic society. Excuse me, everybody knows that, but you know, to be specific for the layman, for those individuals that like I said, that see it, you know it, the puzzle hasn't been put together, and even though, you know, a person can doubt whatever they want to doubt, you know, the truth is hidden in plain sight. In the last, so the Bible's a book of mental science. I think I went over that. Everyone is a Luciferian. This is what needs to be understood. When you have people going at, you know, the Luciferian society, when they talk about going against Luciferian and Lucifer's trust and this, that, and third. I'm going to be going through a lot of things in this video, and if like I said, if you're confused, eventually by the end of the video, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. But everyone is a Luciferian because everybody wants to do what's good for them. Lucifer was a light bearer. He wanted to be like God. He went against God. Against means Satan. He opposed God. Satan means to oppose God, which is good. And everyone is Lucifer. You know, just to make it clear to everybody, the Bible, like I said, the Bible is a book of mental science put together by Sir Francis Bacon, who dealt in the occult, the esoteric, Freemason, Rosicrucian, Hermetic knowledge. I'm gonna be putting this together, and where do I begin? So in the last part, I think the part that we start to understand that Jesus was Lucifer, and that Jesus was the person that sacrificed himself for the sins of the world, which is talking about somebody giving up something either by force or by choice. Now we're gonna go over the fact that you know, according to the Bible, you also have the Antichrist. The word antichrist means to oppose or to be against. We're just talking about Satan. The Antichrist is the devil. The devil is lived backwards. Someone that is opposed to your light or your life or your way of life, even if it's intentional. You know what I'm saying? We live in a Luciferian satanic demonic society, and people are going to be opposed to each other in more ways than one. And it's set up like that. The people that rule this world, the global elite, and then in the last video, I know I said, I said something about the global elite, but it's not just the people that's in in high positions. It's everybody, everyone wants what they want for themselves. It might be wrong for you, it might be right for you, it might be wrong for somebody else, it might be right for somebody else. The point is that everyone wants to live the way they want to live. Now, understanding that comes conflict because people live totally adverse to what you or even me might believe is good. For example, being that we're talking about the Luciferian society and the age that we're in right now, homosexuality, you understand what I'm saying, lesbianism. There's some things that I probably didn't put up, but you have you know, the household. You understand what I'm saying? The breakdown of the household. Basically everybody's wilding. If anybody's been paying attention to what's going on in society, that what's been going on in society, the racial situation, the MAGA situation, homosexuality situation, LGBT, if you're paying attention. There's a lot of things going on. The murders, the pedophilia, it's crazy, and it's been crazy, but as it gets more, as people want to be more free, as people start to realize what they want to be, you understand what I'm saying? It's gonna get more crazy, and as people realize the more of what they want to be, that's where you're gonna have things that might not be what's right for another person. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what the people that are in power, they already understand the polarities. This is the reason why one of their symbols are the checkerboard, because it shows the polarities, it shows the differences. And this is a universal principle that everything is dual. Everything is and isn't at the same time. All truths but half truths. Every truth has false. It's half false. All paradoxes may be reconciled. You understand what I'm saying? So at the same time, everything is different. Everything is the same. And this is what is taken advantage of by not only the elite, but everybody that wants things their way. You understand what I'm saying? Because what's good for one person might not be good for another person. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what the global elite does. The reason why I use Baphomet in this instance, because Baphomet is talking about the union of opposites, which is in some cases, and if I personalize this, I would say wrong for me, like this right here, like this stuff, you know what I mean? So in the case of somebody that is against this lifestyle, they would be the antichrist to that person, because everybody is their own divine spark. If a person goes into part 2, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Everybody is their own life. Everybody is their own I am. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why there is a clash or a difference is because someone is not living the way another person wants them to live, or another person's not used to a certain type of lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? This is what creates the war in heaven between Michael and Lucifer. Like I broke down in the part 1. God made Michael like him. That's the point. Michael means who is like God. Michael is like God, like you, or what's good for oneself. You understand what I'm saying? So when for those of you that have good relationships, you're in a good environment, a godly environment. You understand what I'm saying? Holy means separate from outsiders. You have your circle. You have your people. You understand what I'm saying? All of you are in one shape, in one way or another, Michael to each other. You understand what I'm saying? Michael is like God, like you. You understand what I'm saying? Michael's an angel of God, the son of God. Angel means messenger. Sunlight. Michael is Jesus, is Lucifer, is the devil, is God. You understand what I'm saying? Because in some cases you have differences. You understand what I'm saying? The devil is lived backwards, the Antichrist. So this goes perfect into the final chapter of the Lucifer Doctrine, and also explaining how in the time that we're in right now, being that this is acknowledged as the Lucifer Society. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna see a lot of madness and crazy shit going on. People have their own morals and what's right for them. Moral is oral, to be concerned with principles of right and wrong. You understand what I'm saying? What's right and wrong for you, or to you, or for you, and or who agrees or lives like you. The devil, Satan, Antichrist, Lucifer is someone who's opposed to what's morally or orally right for you. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Everybody that agrees, and everybody that, if you watch part 2, everybody that agrees, how can two walk together unless they agree? Everybody that agrees have to confess. There has to be some form of communication or some type of understanding in order for two people to be in union. You understand what I'm saying? Sex opposites. Sex is the union of opposites. But sex is evil. Evil live backwards. You understand what I'm saying? Evil, but sex is life. This is what is taken advantage of in the time that we're living in right now, the Baphomet. You understand what I'm saying? Evil lifestyle opposed to you, opposed to God. You understand what I'm saying? We live. This is, I'm gonna be more. I'm just gonna be more straightforward on this episode. You know what I'm saying? Shit. There's nothing that we can do about what's going on in the world when it comes to on a grand scale of things. But when it comes to what you can do in your life, this is where a person eats from the tree of life. But if a person eats from the tree of knowledge, good and evil, where they recognize the difference, which is the same thing, right is grown, left is right. I'm going to break down that last part in a minute, that light is left. But right is left is right. If a person wants to go and be against somebody that is living their life, and both of them want to be in war in heaven, this is what they want, because God made Michael good. You understand what I'm saying? Michael is who is like God. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to understand that when you're talking about the world that we live in society and everything, in order to at least just to have peace, a person has to, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Not to you cannot be with people that, or even engage with somebody that is not like-minded. You understand what I'm saying? Jesus is a union of opposites because naturally somebody else is somebody else is not you. You understand what I'm saying? So, but if you have people that agree, that is Jesus. You understand? If you have people that oppose, that is Satan, because Satan is opposition, adversary. And the reason why this is important too, because at the same time we live in a right-hand path, outwardly proclaimed right-hand path society where everybody, like in God we trust. Everything's about good. But at the same time we have, flip side of things. You know what I mean? So at the same time, Michael is like God or good, agreed, like me or you. If a person, even if a person doesn't agree, there's a person might watch this and still say they believe in Jesus in accordance to exoteric information, then they're right. They're right. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna force no one to agree with me. But if somebody does, they're still the devil because they live adverse. They're still somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through these scriptures now. If I was if it got confusing, just watch part 1 and 2. Okay, I'm gonna start at okay. Start here, Proverbs 12 verse 26 said, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor." So a person that is right, a person that is God, a person that eats from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because in that day that thou eatest, thou shalt be as gods, knowing good and evil. So you make a distinction between what's right and wrong, because you're the judge, and only God is the judge, and God is righteous. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. The right is more excellent than the left. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, anti means to be against. So the Antichrist is talking about somebody that's against your illumined mind or your divine spark. You know what I'm saying? 2 Corinthians 11 verse 4 says, for if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, or somebody that has somebody else that has an opposing lifestyle, or something that is against your life by force or by their choice. So in some cases you might have a person that just lives their life, and then you have another you have some cases where a person lives their life in adversity to you, which is on purpose. So there are some conspiracies, or there are some cases where a person, or there are some agendas where it's purposely done. That a person is not living their life just because they want to live their life. Their life that they're living is purposely to be in adversity to you. You understand what I'm saying? This is where you have Satan. You understand what I'm saying? And another thing I want to break down too is the Bible said, where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot have a my name or I am without somebody else being present. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot have a my name or I am without somebody else being present. So this is what we need to understand. Well, it's your choice if you want to understand it, but this is what we need to understand, that the Luciferian Satanic Demonic Society is about the Antichrist taking over the world, which is anybody that is against you, whether it's on a microcosmic level or a macrocosmic level. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody that is against your way of life is the Antichrist. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, where am I gonna go right here? His neighbor, the Antichrist, Yeah, because God made evil and break that down later. Morals, orals. Okay, who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? He is the Antichrist. He is Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? He that denied the Father and the Son. The Father's talking about your mind, the Son's talking about you. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I want to break this down too. It says Genesis 6, it says, and it came to pass when men, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw that the daughters were fair. So daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all that they chose. So basically, there's a story about the fallen angels. And if you go back in part 1, the angels are talking about messages. You understand what I'm saying? But in this case right here, the angels are referred to as the sons of God, which is talking about you, because the messages come from people. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever characteristic you read in the Bible, Jesus, God, Michael, Lucifer, angels, sons of God, it's all talking about people. You understand what I'm saying? So the sons of God had sex with the daughters of men, or they had sex with the beast. Man is beast. You understand what I'm saying? The fallen angels had sex with beasts. You understand what I'm saying? So the point of that is to say that in some cases there should not be no communication with, or no like they say, out of sight, out of mind. There shouldn't be no interaction in any way, shape, or form with the opposition. You understand? If something, it's better to be alone. You understand what I'm saying? The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thine whole body shall be full with light. But if thine eye be evil, meaning that you are focused on some other life that's not yours. Remember, evils live backwards. You understand what I'm saying? If therefore the light that is in thee, if therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? You understand what I'm saying? I am the Lord. There's none beside me. Remember, the Old Testament is talking about you. The New Testament is talking about you in a relationship with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? And so the light of the body is the eye. If thine eye be single, you understand what I'm saying? So this is the reason why this was said, was because in this Luciferian, satanic, demonic society, there is going to be opposition. There is going to be fights. There is going to be the Antichrist. Even now, there are many Antichrists. Antichrist means a person being against your illumined mind, or the thoughts that you think. To be anti is to oppose, which is Satan. Someone that is opposite or against your light or your way of life, even if it's intentional. You understand what I'm saying? So to go back to, I think I made a mistake, but to go back to the fallen angels, it was wrong for them to mix. And this is what the Bible says that Jesus Christ came to do. Jesus Christ came to mix. He came to make opposites one. That's what Jesus came to do. But in some cases, it's not good. You understand what I'm saying? In some cases, it's not good for things to mix. For example, in some cases, it's not good, but that's just for me. Another person might want to do that. Another person might want to do that. That's why the Bible said there's a great gulf fixed between God and the devil, because there's no reason for me or anybody to be around or be concerned with that, because I don't live that way. A person that agrees to that type of lifestyle, that's their life. Now, if they're imposing that on me and they're forcing me or anybody to do that, that's where you have the wrath of God and those things. And those things. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just gonna run through these scriptures because I don't think it's gonna take that long. Like part 2. It says, "I am the Lord." No matter of fact, I'm gonna start right here. I'm I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna read this. It says on Matthew 6 verse 20. Excuse me. On Matthew 6 verse 2 is on verse 3. It says, "But when thou doest alms, let not thy right hand know what thy left hand doeth." You understand what I'm saying? So alms talk about compassion, but compassion to oneself. When don't let other people know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? In part 2, or I think in part 1, I broke down the right hand path and the left hand path. The left hand path is about you making a distinction between what's right and wrong for you or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The left hand path is when you leave and live your life. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to have those, you don't have to mix the two. You understand what I'm saying? You can live the way you want to live, and it doesn't have to be, or you can love yourself, have compassion to yourself, or live your life, and it doesn't have nothing to do with anybody else. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible's a mystery book. The Bible's a book of mental science put together by Francis Bacon. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna read this. Should I read this? Okay, yeah, because the heart is desperately wicked and everything. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. This is the reality that we live in today. You understand what I'm saying? The double-mindedness comes from another person. You understand what I'm saying? Every psychological disorder that you can think of is due to somebody else. Mental disorder only happens when there's somebody else. You understand? Somebody by themselves. How do they know that they're crazy unless somebody else is there to make a distinction between what's crazy, what's not crazy, what's good or what's bad? You understand what I'm saying? It takes two for there to be a disorder. You understand what I'm saying? Every mental disorder has to do with somebody else being present. The Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. You cannot have a my name or I am unless somebody else is there present. You understand what I'm saying? So in some cases you have fights and arguments to stand a third. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, where I'm gonna start at, right? I'm gonna start what's this? Right, so I broke down that it was a bad thing for the angels or the sons of God to go in unto man, which is beast. You understand what I'm saying? That's bestiality. You understand what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be unequally yoked with unbelievers or people that do not believe in us. The dogs, cast not your pearls unto dogs. You know what I'm saying? Dog is God backwards, because I have said you are gods. You understand what I'm saying? Man is God. Man is there I am. You understand what I'm saying? And God is the devil. The devil is lived backwards. You understand what I'm saying? The tree of life, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and the tree of life is the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because if a person decides to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that's their life. You understand what I'm saying? And in that context, light is reft. The reason why light is reft, because, to break it down, what does it mean, light is reft? What does that mean? Reft is a past of reeve, which is to rob or steal something. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible says, for the thief come not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. But I am come that I am come that they might have life and have more abundantly. The I am is talking about you. Life is talking about you. Life is lived backwards. The thief is talking about somebody else. The devil. To kill. Kill is like backwards. You understand what I'm saying? You do not love something that you destroy. You understand what I'm saying? You hate something that you destroy. All that hate me love death. Hate the evil, love the good. You understand what I'm saying? Opposition is the message of hate. Satan is the angel of death. Listen carefully. Opposition is the message of hate. Satan is the angel of death. The word Satan means opposition. The word angel means message. Death is hate. So in the context, or you know, just to break it down, and you know, when a person is warned in heaven between Michael and Lucifer, realize that everybody, in this everybody, including me, everyone is a Luciferian. Everybody wants to do what it is that they want to do. Everybody wants to think their own thoughts, even if that thought is somebody else's thought that you agree with, because they're Michael or God to you, and you're Jesus to them because you gave up. You know, you're giving up something, which is thinking for yourself, because you're thinking based on what somebody else thinks, which is good for you. It's good for you. See, you see how it works. We live in a divine paradox. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody is a Luciferian. So if a person is going against somebody, they are the Antichrist. This is weird. We're living in the age of the Antichrist, that somebody might say. The word anti means to be against someone else's thoughts. You understand? Okay. If there's anything that I breeze through, you can always pause it, and you can always, because I put some things I might just put up, and I might not use it because, you know, but I understand why I'll put it there, like this, for example. And be sure to go to read, you know, be sure to look at part 1 and part 2 of the Lucifer Doctrine. So in order to survive in the Luciferian age, one has to be like Michael. You understand what I'm saying? One has to be likable. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why in some cases you might see some people that are total opposites work together, because they have to live, so they have to be like Michael. And in order for that to happen, you have to make good. God made Michael. Michael's who's like God. Michael is like you, or like the good of somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Right. So the hermaphrodite is Hermes and Aphrodite, male and female. Opposites are one. That's what Jesus came. Jesus came to merge opposites. All is one in Christ Jesus. There is neither male nor female. All is Christ. All is one in Christ Jesus. All right. So I'm gonna run through this because this is not that much, but in some cases you have, you know, opposition in the household. The Bible says, you know, Ecclesiasticus, you know, through her we all die. Of the woman became sin. You understand what I'm saying? Because a man's enemy shall be of his own household. The word enemy means Satan or the devil. I mean, and naturally, a woman is opposite a man. Man is opposite a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Men and women are opposites, but they're the same. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So in this society, you're gonna have, you know, people living their life and doing their things. You're gonna have people that's gonna be against somebody doing what they want to do. You're gonna have people, you know, going off. You're gonna have people wilding out. People, you know, your family members. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible says that I've come to set variance between father and daughter, mother against son. Yes, and variance means the difference. And the reason why is important to understand, because we live in America, and America was founded on Freemasons and Rosicrucians. This is common knowledge. That's why I said that this information is not for people that's trying to find out something new. This information for people that's trying to put the puzzle together. And the war and the opposing opposites is a part of the plan. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why you have you know, the racism, which is two people. They're the same thing. They have differences, but the same is that they're both humans. A person might say, well, the white man's not human. You know, well, a person might say the black man's not human. A person might say that they're more close to the animal. You know what I'm saying? And well, the dog is God backwards. You understand what I'm saying? God is the beast. You understand what I'm saying? So let me run through this again, because it's not gonna be that long. Run through this. So we have to understand that everything is mental operations in the Bible. Everything is a mental operation. You know what I'm saying? And in the long run, at the end of the day, you know, a person is going to do what it is that they want to do. A person is going to live how they want to live. A person is going to eat what they want to eat. A person is going to drink what they want to drink. A person is going to have sex the way they want to have sex. A person is going to, you know, live adverse to you, because we live in a Luciferian, satanic, demonic society. You understand what I'm saying? Right, the principle of polarity. Everything isn't at the same time. All truths are but half truths. Every truth is half false. You understand what I'm saying? Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. When you're in an environment where there is no mental harmony, there's going to be instability. You understand what I'm saying? So being double-minded is not only just being double-minded in one person's inner self, but it's outside too, because you have people that were once like-minded, or in some way, shape, or form, they have something that is alike. You understand what I'm saying? But when there is an instability, is because someone wants to live the way they want to live. That's what a mental disorder is. Mental disorders, because the mind is the life. You understand what I'm saying? So the mental disorder only happens when there's two people there, two or more people. You understand what I'm saying? That's where there is discord. Discord happens when the two people disagree. You understand what I'm saying? Mental disorders usually take somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Whether you're talking about bipolar disorder, you're talking the other person has to do with your parents, somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Whether you're talking about you know, post-traumatic stress disorder, it's coming from somebody else, someone else. You know, stress from being, you know, in contact with somebody else, the opposition, the devil. You understand what I'm saying? Where is it? Right, right. You understand what I'm saying? Jesus is a unit of opposites. You, someone else, another life. Life is lived. Lives evil backwards. Naturally, they are the devil, especially when Lucifer appears, because remember, Michael is Lucifer. Michael and Lucifer wanted the same thing. They want to be like God. That was the same thing that Michael want. Michael is like God. Lucifer wanted to be like God. So both parties are both Michael and Lucifer. You understand what I'm saying? But then you have the Antichrist, which is also Lucifer, which is the devil, which is God. You understand? So I think I went through everything. I'm gonna go through everything one more time, and after that, that's it. You know, I hope everybody enjoyed the Lucifer doctrine. I'm gonna run through everything one more time. Right, so the Bible was put together by King James. King James was a Rosicrucian Freemason, dealt with the occult, commissioned by King James to put the Bible together. The Bible has cipher systems, there's puzzles, a puzzle book. Freemasonry, Hermetic philosophy is based on mental science. King James, everybody's a Luciferian. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. Everybody's gonna do what they want to do. Everybody, unless if you love me, keep my commandments. Unless a person agrees, how can two walk together unless they agree? Unless a person agrees with you, live the way you want to live. And the way a person wants to live, if two people agree, they both want to live the same way. So then there's no force. No one has to be sacrificed like Jesus. There's no sacrifice. The only sacrifice that there is that you can be with somebody else, or you can do something else with your time, because your life is your life. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody's a Luciferian. You understand what I'm saying? Bible's the book of mental science. You know, uh, the women are natural opposites to man. Good and evil is the opposite. You understand what I'm saying? Men and women, it's the same thing. This is the society we live in, the Luciferian society, where man and woman is the same thing. You understand? Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to know what you're doing. Don't let other people that's gonna judge you based on what's right and wrong, into what you're doing. Live your life, do your own thing. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's about mental operations. When you read in the Bible, Jesus, God, Lucifer, Michael, the devil, the Garden of Eden, everything's talking about mental science. The principal polarity. Everything is dual. Everything is one and dual. Everything isn't at the same time. All truths are but half truth. Every truth is half false. So I think I broke that down already. See what I'm saying? Jesus is the divine spark, the flame, the light. Lucifer is the light bearer. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. You understand what I'm saying? If you're right, if a person is right, they're right. And if a person is wrong, then they're grown. Then they can be, wrong, because they're grown. You understand what I'm saying? Because wrong and grown is interchangeable with the letters. To be anti is to be opposed or against, like the devil, Satan. So the Antichrist is the Satan Christ. You understand what I'm saying? Because Satan is Christ. Because Satan is the devil, and the devil is Christ, and the devil is Lucifer, and Lucifer is Michael, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else trying to have you, not live the way you want to live. They're the devil. Morals are orals. What's coming out of your mouth, what's right for you, might not be right for somebody else. But this is the society that we live in, where it's either forced on you, either in some way, shape, or form. The opposition is evident. You understand what I'm saying? Who is a liar that he that deny that Jesus is the Christ? You understand what I'm saying? Somebody that wants to live how they want to live, and if they can't live that way, you are the Antichrist. You understand what I'm saying? The Father and Son is talking about you. Right. Every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus is the Christ, it's coming to flesh, is not of God. This is the spirit of Antichrist. You understand what I'm saying? So it's talking about you. You understand what I'm saying? The fallen angels mixing with the dogs, casting out your pearls in the swine, neither good things unto dogs. You understand? Was a bad thing. Sons of God, sons of dogs, sons of God, God's dog backwards. The daughters of men, men is the beast. God and dogs, same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Genders and everything. Michael means who is like God. God made Michael like him. You know what I'm saying? So Baphomet, the union of opposites, and this is what's happening in the world today. You understand what I'm saying? Where you have the transgender situation happening right now. You have LGBT and all that stuff. It's crazy. I'm not opposed to it in the concept of going against it somebody else, but for me it's not for me, but that's somebody else's life. That's what they doing. You know what I mean? And I would be the Antichrist if I'm going against them, because Christ is the illumined mind. You understand what I'm saying? And I would be in darkness if I was supposed to be, if my eye was evil, if I had the evil eye towards somebody else, because evils live backwards. You understand what I'm saying? If my eye be single, if I focus on myself and live my own life, you understand what I'm saying? Or I join with Michael, those that are like me, you understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be alright. You understand what I'm saying? I am the Lord. There's none else. There's no God beside me. You know what I'm saying? So, person could see contradictions in the Bible because then you have, Michael is a God, and you have Jesus is God. So, it's a puzzle. The Bible is a book of mental science, and it's a puzzle. It's a big puzzle. It's got a lot of historical stories in there, and there's a lot of filler in there. But if you read between the lines, you can see the whole thing. You know what I mean? The light is the body of the eye. The light of the body is the eye. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon my reading if I've been reading crazy. You know, I already explained. You could listen to the video in the beginning to understand what's going on. If therefore thine eye be single, thine whole body shall be filled with light. But if thy eye be evil, live backwards. How great is that darkness? You understand what I'm saying? So to even go back and forth with somebody that lives adverse to you, but it's a person wants to do that because eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is eating from the tree of life. So it's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Right, the devils live backwards, the Antichrist, the war in heaven between Michael, Lucifer, God with differences, people that are warring there. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have fights, you're gonna have clashes. But I didn't put this in there, but a person can be Melchizedek. Melchizedek is is Jesus, which is the king of Salem, which is a king of peace. You understand what I'm saying? So Melchizedek had no father or no mother. You understand what I'm saying? So that means that there was no outside influence to thoughts, life, or anything. You understand what I'm saying? So you have you live in peace that way because you are single. You are by yourself. You understand? Or you are one with somebody else. You understand? One body, one mind, one accord. You understand what I'm saying? So you're single. You know what I mean? Morals are orals. To be concerned with the principle of right and wrong. What's right and wrong for you? Now this this goes crazy because it goes into a lot of things. It goes into like rape, and it's some people like murder. Some people for some people it's right, and you know it's in some cases a person, the only thing to do is to um render evil on the evil, which is to kill, which is like backwards. Cause you don't like certain things, certain lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? So a person might, you're gonna have situations where you have righteous indignation. You know what I mean? Where somebody is right for real. Something is wrong for real. But at the same time, that person that's doing it right or wrong is still right or wrong. You know what I mean? Because we live in a divine paradox. Because opposites are the same thing. You know what I mean? They both want to live, and that's the messed up part. Or it's not messed up, depending on how you looking at it. You know what I mean? Right. So fallen angels having sex with dogs or the beast or man because they took pride in opposition. They took pride in something that was opposed. The Bible said pride come before a fall. The devil fell because he had pride. He took pride in what was different about him. They took pride to take pride in what's different about somebody else. Or to take pride, because something in order for there to be a relationship, you gotta take pride in what's different between you and somebody else. So, in some cases, in some cases it's right, in some cases it's wrong. And in this case, the choice is yours. It's an evil lifestyle, you know what I mean? So you have the divine paradox, same sex, different people, you know what I'm saying? So this is where the conundrum comes in. This is where the confusion comes in. We live in Babylon, the confusion. But they're right. And they're grown. They could be as wrong as they want to be. You know what I mean? Michael means to be like God, to agree like me. Jesus is the unit of opposites. Use someone else, another life. Satan is Lucifer. An opposite life or an opposing life, either by force or by choice. You understand what I'm saying? The sacrifice is to give something up. You know what I'm saying? So Jesus was a sacrifice, time, life, and this, that, and third. Psychological disorders where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. You cannot have a psychological disorder unless somebody else is present. Because if you're by yourself, how you know if you think you're right or wrong? You know what I'm saying? Unless you make that distinction, and still that's you, that's still you. Okay, right. So don't eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But if you do, you're right. The difference is the same, because it's the same thing. If you see a difference and you want to, it's up to you. Some people can't survive without there being an opposition. You know what I'm saying? The principle of polarity. You have racism. You got different things. You got the Willie Lynch, where you got the old versus young, light versus dark. It's a part of the planned order out of chaos. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save that. Right, so light is reft, you know what I'm saying? So when somebody wants to steal your light, somebody wants to take your light, you know what I'm saying? That's what somebody eat from tree of knowledge of good and evil, because they want to take your light, you know what I'm saying? Light is reft. You understand? To reft is to read, which is to steal, rob. You know what I'm saying? For the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, destroy. But I am when a person's dealing with their self or somebody that's like them, which is Michael. You know what I'm saying? I am God, I am the Lord. I am come that I might have life. Life is live is evil backwards. You know what I'm saying? So the same difference. Right is grown, right is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Left is right, light is reft. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Life live evil. You know what I'm saying? When you eat from tree of life, you are eating from tree of knowledge of good and evil. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a person's choice to eat from the tree of life, which is to leave or go left, because at the same time you're not making a difference between yourself and somebody else, that could be wrong for somebody else. So it's one big clusterfuck of life. You know what I mean? Let your light show shine before men, which is good, which is God. Heaven is talking about your mind. I've said you are gods. Everybody's saying that I am God. That's the same thing that Lucifer has said. I am God, and then he got cast down, and that's what happens, And the Antichrist is somebody that that's going against God, and you don't want to waste time with that. Hermaphrodite is male, female. Hermes, Aphrodite, opposites are one. The same thing as Baphomet, opposites are one. That's the man and beast. That's there's God and dog. Okay. All that hate me love death. Hate the evil, love the good. These are Bible scriptures. The opposition is the message of hate. Of hate. Opposition is the message of hate. Satan is the angel of death. You understand what I'm saying? So Satan means opposition, angel means message, and death is hate. So, imbalance, imbalance. Both are the same. Both have the same mission and goal. They both want the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Transhumanism, talking about the mark of the beast, talking about the Antichrist. The beast is talking about man. What else? Right. If your eye be single. So I know I probably ran through this real fast, but I was kind of along with the last video. We live in a Luciferian, satanic, demonic society, and there's gonna be opposition, but you don't have to oppose yourself. And if a person wants to live how they want to live, that's the way they want to live. That's their decision. If they want to live adverse to you, that's their choice, and that's your choice if you want to go back and forth with them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I broke down the Antichrist. That's the last part of the Lucifer doctrine anyway. So yeah, so if if a person wants to let me know how they feel about this, they could they could donate to either the PayPal or the Cash App. But yeah, folks, everybody's Luciferian. Everybody wants to do what it is they want to do. Everybody's gonna you know, do what it is that they want to do. And you know, the choice is yours if you want to go back and forth with them. But the choice is yours. Everybody's right. Everybody's grown, and you know that's it. So you know, watch 1 and 2, and all right.